Hey guys, so I am in my home studio and I am going to be doing some tutorials. This is the first of a few. I actually sent some of these packets home, and so I wanted to explain these in a video for those of you who maybe didn't get the packets or just want to do it from home or need some extra guidance for this project. So I'm going to start with this one, which is actually like like a kindergarten through second grade project, but really, like I say, anytime with any of my other projects, anybody can do this. It all kind of depends on what you're in the mood for. I know that this is technically kindergarten through second, but I actually had a lot of fun doing this, and I am like in 29th grade, right? Because I'm a teacher now. So depends on you and how much you want to do about this, but I'm going to be doing what is called the shark. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to draw a shark that's about to eat some little fishies. Just for fun. It'll teach you about line, color, following directions, and then really creativity, because you're going to color this any way that you would like. So first of all, you want to think about the way the paper is. This is in landscape. What we want it to be in is actually portrait. So I'm going to turn my paper this way, and actually I'm going to lift this box up so you can see it better. Yeah, there we go. Oops, there we go. So I've got it in portrait here, and I just need to pencil it first. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to take my paper, and I've got another paper under here in case things bleed through. You don't necessarily need to do that unless you're using like paint or markers. So you're going to fold it first, and these are actually going to be your guidelines. I'm going to fold it in hamburger, and then I'm going to fold that one more time into hamburger. And this is just printer paper, which works just fine for making art at home. Okay, so these folds right here are my guidelines. Okay, it's going to show me, where to start and stop these different things. And then when you're starting to color or paint it, you're not going to have like drawn lines that are going to be in the way. So I'm starting off with that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with like almost like a triangle shape. I'm going to start in this square here with my pencil. I'm going to start about right here. That's about 2 fingers up. And I'm going to draw this line. It's going to cross over this middle guideline right here. And it's going to cross over this one as well. And then it's just going to go up, curve about like a little bit downward, and then go cross over this one again. And then it's going to go all the way down. And this is like the shape of your shark. So that's step 1. Well, actually, step 1 is folding it. That's step 2. Step 3, you're going to be drawing the mouth. So this is going to be like the top of your shark right here. So the mouth is going to be about right here. And all you're going to do is you're going to start about right here, about 2 fingers down from the middle. And you're going to just kind of draw almost like a half circle. And this half circle is going to touch but not cross over this guideline. So I'm going to go to right here, not crossing over, and then I'm going to go about to right there. And that's the mouth of my shark. Okay, that's step 3. Step 4, you're going to be drawing the eye, the fin, and the gills. So there's about 3 little steps from this point. First of all, we're going to start with the eye. The eye is going to be about right here on the it crosses over a little bit on this guideline. You're going to start with a circle, like this. Okay, and he's kind of, or she, it could be a girl too. She or he is going to be angry because they're hungry. So I'm going to draw kind of like an eyebrow that looks mad. Let me just show you, different expressions here. So this one, this is like mad, right? It's a mad eye, right? It's angry. If you turn the eyebrow the other way though, your eye looks a little bit scared. Can you see that? So we don't want to do that. Or even if you put it close by, still looks a little bit scared. Unless you're thinking this is like the other eye. So just to show you. See how these eyes look scared right there? What we want is them to look angry. Okay? So I am going to draw this. So I'm not going to draw it like this because that's going to make him look a little scared. I'm going to draw it the other way. It's going to make him look angry. And it can cross over on your shark. That's okay. I'm also going to be drawing that dark part of the eye, which we've talked about in class. This is called the pupil. So I'm going to draw that. Okay, I also said the fin. The fin is going to be about right where the eye is. And it's going to curve into this guideline right here. But it's not going to cross over it. It's just going to go on the guideline. And then it's going to just kind of like a frowny line, if you look at it this way, curve back into the shark. Okay, so we've got the eye, we've got that scary dorsal fin that everybody associates with sharks. We're also going to draw a separation of color, which I didn't write this on the packet, but most of the time when you see a shark, you see that the top is kind of like a different color than the belly. So we're going to draw that line. I'm going to start right here, and I am going to draw that line, and it's going to kind of touch the eye there, all the way down like that. Okay, so this is a different color than this. And I'm going to put my gills on that line. I'm just going to draw about 3 gills. And that's just going to be like these curvy lines like that. Okay, so that is step 4. Step 5 is drawing the waves. So we're going to draw the waves. The waves are going to be almost at the top of the shark, but not all the way. Okay, I would suggest about right here where the nose touches this guideline, and I'm just going to draw those wave lines all the way across, because it's like he's about to jump out of the water to get the fish that are up there. Okay, so we got this wave, we got the ocean. Now we need to draw the sharp, scary teeth. So I'm going to draw that in the mouth, and that's just going to be in the shapes of like triangles. And I'm just going to draw those triangles all the way around. If you need to move your paper to draw those triangles, that's fine. In fact, I'm going to do that. It makes it a little bit easier. Okay. We've got the teeth. Okay, he also needs, or she also needs, a tongue. So I'm just going to draw almost like a really flattened letter M, and that's the mouth and tongue. Okay, so we've got waves, we got our shark drawn. The last thing that you draw are other fish and some little circles, because this shark is starting to jump out of the water. So what that causes is water to kind of jump out as well. So I'm going to draw these little circles to be the water that's kind of jumping out with the shark. And with the fish, because the fish have actually jumped out of the water too. And I'm going to draw some scared little fishies that are out here, because they're about to get eaten by this very hungry shark. So I'm going to just draw, you can start with a line for these fish, and then you're going to finish it out almost like the number 8. Okay, I'll try that one more time. You can draw as many little fish out in this square as you want. But this is just how I do it. And if you want to do it that's more a step-by-step thing, all you have to do is draw like a triangle and a circle. And you can draw it that way if you don't want to do it the number 8 way. Okay? These fish also need some eyes, except they're not going to be angry. We're going to make them scared. So you can draw those eyebrows that look scared because they're about to get eaten by the hungry shark. Maybe they've also got frownies for mouths. Because I don't know about you, but I'd be pretty sad and scared if I were about to get eaten by a shark. Okay, and then they also have those pupils. I'm going to draw those. Okay, and that's just the drawing. From this point, you can add color, but I would also suggest taking, if you have like a marker at home, or like even like a black crayon, that works. Let me find my black crayon really quick. Where did it go? I think there it is. So here's my black crayon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline all of these lines. It's going to make it easier to see. And then I'm going to color everything else. And actually, I'm not going to color it on this video because I want you guys to do that on your own. But I will show you my finished example. But I did want to show you what this looks like outlined in black. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and actually color in that pupil in my shark. Draw the angry eyebrow. And I'm actually kind of drawing on a textured table, so that's why you're seeing that texture on. But that's okay. Texture's pretty cool to play with too. I'm going to draw these waves even. Water, and I'd color those the same color as the water, because these are like the drips of water that are jumping out with these little scared fish. Outline these fish. Sad faces. And then I go ahead and color this. But I'm going to let you guys do that. I'm just going to show you the example that went home in the packet. This is actually from the packet, but this is my example that's actually been colored. So you can really color your shark any way you like. I decided to make it a pink one, and I chose different colors for the fish. Chose to color the water this color of blue. I colored the sky. I colored everything. Okay. And then these little marks are just where I was supposed to fold it, but I didn't fold it because I was showing that this is folded on here. So that's really great. When you fold it, you don't really see those lines. So that's why we did that. When you get this all colored, you're really not going to notice those lines unless you're looking closely. So have fun drawing your shark. I'm sure they're going to look awesome and probably adorable. So I can't wait to see them. Please send me an email with your pictures. I would love to see them, and let me know if I can post them onto my website. I've already got a few people sending me stuff on my website, so you should go check out other people's stuff too, because that's really cool. It's really awesome to look at other artists' work, and that's actually part of those studio habits of mind. So that would be a good place to start for that. All right, I can't wait to see it. Have fun, you guys.